Alrighty. And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is kind of, weird that we're live streaming today without really telling anyone, but we're going to be doing NXT Takeover San Antonio and WWE's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Joined with my co-host, Sirhellsing.
Sup?
Sup? I love how you say that. Sup? What's up, man? Don't worry about it. Alrighty, so I've got old Samoa Joe on the helm. Isaac, you're gonna have to keep an eye on chat because you do.
Yeah. I earned this. Thank you for this.
I know you do, but link is already everywhere, and that's what matters. So you can just click it from anywhere.
Yeah, this is true.
Although I could just, pull up my phone and look at it like that, but that seems too difficult.
But of course, it's difficult for someone like you.
Alrighty, so let's see. Alrighty. Also, for anyone that is, curious about why there is no sound for the game, it's not that there's no sound for the game, it's that I really don't need a crapload of copyright strikes.
But those are fun.
Yeah, okay. Sure, let's go with that.
You know, that reminds me. We need a legal department.
What is it with Lycow in the HR department and you with a legal department?
I mean, come on. Do you really want to handle all of that illegal bullshit?
We won't have any of that illegal bull crap, if we, stay away from issues such as copyright strikes.
But, yes, someone's gonna find a way to say something
Yeah,
about copyright.
but, obviously, the last time there was a supposed copyright issue, we fought it and we won, because we're good like that. I was expecting a question on that, but okay, never mind.
I'm not gonna question it because I don't even remember it.
It was a few months back, and it was a frickin' strike on one of the videos, and then there was some bullcrap play of how we supposedly screwed up our videos to where we were supposedly cheating the system and getting our own views.
Never mind.
Yeah, that. Yeah, and we kept fighting that, and we finally won because, it was full of crap.
We still had to wait a freaking month.
Yeah, we had to wait a month just to be able to monetize any of the videos. And all of our original videos that were already monetized at that point were removed, had all their monetization removed at that point. So we were just sort of at a point where, yeah, we could upload a crap load of videos, but we couldn't really do anything with them, so. But now, everything's fine and dandy and all the other good stuff. So, that being said, we might want to go ahead and get started with the actual predictions, So, we're going to start off with NXT TakeOver San Antonio. So, what's the first match on the agenda?
Let's see, Roderick Strong versus Andrade Almas.
Alrighty. So, I've been keeping up with NXT. I don't know how much you have personally.
Not much.
But the Roderick Strong Andrade Almas thing is weird, honestly, because like at the last show of NXT, they were doing an interview, and Andrade came in and it's like, "I'd kick you in the face," blah blah blah. It's like, "You wouldn't do it." Andrade walks away, comes back and kicks him in the face. And
Okay.
I mean, it's slowly culminated into this like mind-bending, like, "I'm better than you, you're not," blah blah blah. So it's weird.
Well, if I remember correctly, back when Strong was in ROH, didn't he have a best of 7 series with someone?
I believe so, but
Was it ACH or no?
I I think so. But again, I mean, it's been a little bit of time, so. Also, for the ones that are kind of curious on why we decided to stream, because it's a 30-man Royal Rumble, and we didn't want to just do a 10-man or 20-man. Plus, we also have to do like NXT Takeover San Antonio and the Royal Rumble event entirely. So that's a huge event. And with the Royal Rumble, it's the 30th anniversary of the Royal Rumble. It's a big deal, and we wanted to do something really big.
Oh,
Plus, I mean, it's WrestleMania season, and who doesn't love WrestleMania, right? You hear all the crickets chirping in the background, right?
yep, I hear him loud and clear.
It's not like Wrestle Kingdom is better or anything, but what was that? I didn't say nothing.
I'm not gonna say Jack. Sure.
But yeah, Roderick Strong is. I'm just gonna go with Roderick Strong. It's not even a question, honestly.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with Roderick Strong. Since I really don't know what's going on here, and he's the only one I actually know of.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not a fan of Andrade at all. I don't know. I haven't liked his attitude, and then I really didn't like his heel turn. So. And Roderick Strong is a better wrestler in my opinion, so we'll go with that.
Besides, I would predict them to build him up. At least that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did not have a feud with ACH.
Okay.
He had a feud with Adam Cole, though.
Huh, interesting. Well, that being said, what is the next match that we're, going into?
It'll be another small-time match.
Another small time? How so?
No Way Jose versus Elias.
No.
Elias Sampson?
Oh, Elias Sampson.
Yeah.
I don't even care about this match at all because it's a horrible match and they should feel bad for making it.
They did?
It is a really bad feud. Oh man, it is horrible. I hate Elias Sampson. I do. He is a horrible wrestler. I hate his gimmick. He's known as, and I quote, the Drifter, because he drifts through towns.
So, we're going No Way Jose on this one, correct?
Yeah, honestly, I'm okay with No Way Jose. He's got this electricity that sort of just brings people into it, and it's like, he's a really good wrestler.
Have you seen his freaking intro?
I know, right? I loved his promo, like when he first came in, and you didn't know what it was or who it was or anything else. You were just like, oh my god, I love this music. I want to dance. No way. Jose, you didn't care about anything else. But when Elias Sampson debuted, oh man, I was like, this is horrible. You should feel bad for debuting.
Right.
So yeah, no way, Jose. It's not a question. That's exactly who's
Seriously,
gonna
no
win.
way.
Yep.
I just want to wait till he debuts on main roster,
Yeah,
just to hear the crowd go crazy.
I know, right? Well, and it's funny too, because like the only thing that Elias Sampson has ever had per se is he actually does have a chant that happens that says "drift away, drift away."
It makes sense.
It really does. It's great. I love
Honestly, I think No Way and Rude, when they make, main roster, they're gonna be so damn over.
it. Yeah, they really will. With that being said, what are we moving on to next?
Let's get into one of our title matches.
Ooh, which one?
For the NXT Tag Team titles. The Authors of Pain versus DIY.
Okay, so let me go ahead and get this started. I loved the Revival, and I was really sad that the Revival lost.
It was a bit of a shock, maybe?
Don't get me wrong, DIY is good. But honestly, the Revival was so much better. I liked their whole no flips, just fists mentality. And, DIY has been okay, but I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. They're really good. Really incredible wrestlers. But I honestly think all the wrestling in the world is not going to help you against the behemoths. The Authors of Pain are monsters that are managed by one of the greatest managers of all time. I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you've got that much power, your ass is, getting kicked.
That could happen. It's probably going to happen.
Yeah. I honestly believe that the Authors of Pain are going to win it. Hands down.
And this is where we have our first... What's the word I'm looking for?
Disagreement.
There we go. Yes, perfect. Our first disagreement.
Oh boy, you're going DIY? Why?
Yes, I'm going DIY because I just think in all the fuckery that will happen, because there will be fuckery.
Well, of course there will.
But there's just going to be some magical BS that happens in which DIY will continue being the champions.
So what? You expect, like, Paul Ellering to get on the ring, just try and distract the ref, and...
It fell horribly.
I don't know.
It has happened. I mean, it has happened to other people before.
It's happened in the past, but I don't think that, like, it would be at a costly level of that point. But, I mean, we're here to bring our predictions in, so...
Just think something will happen. I don't know what.
Yeah, true.
That DIY just wins.
Well, I mean, like I said, we're here to protect Authors of Pain for me, DIY for you.
Besides, not like we can agree on everything. Jeez.
Yeah, true.
What the hell kind of people would we be if we did that?
Crazy people.
I mean, yeah, it has happened in the past, but that's because we didn't actually get two shits about those pay-per-views.
Yeah, they were really bad. So that being said, where are we heading towards next?
It's another singles match, but this one's interesting.
Oh, really now?
We're gonna have Eric Young versus the Perfect 10.
Oh, yes, this storyline has been so great. Now, like I said, I know for a fact you haven't really been keeping up with NXT, sadly. But this whole story started with Eric Young trying to get Ty Dillinger into Sanity.
I heard about that.
And instead of he actually going through with it, he actually turned down the request and stated that he didn't want to join. Well, when he did that, he threw the jacket on the ground, and this behemoth showed up and just knocked the ever-loving hell out of Ty Dillinger, and then joined Sanity. Well, Ty wanted revenge. Eric wanted to beat some sense into him because he turned down the request. And now we're here where we're at now. So, but yeah, it's
Wow.
it's a great story. I love what they're trying to do. I'm a huge fan of both Eric Young and Ty Dillinger. And I think that Ty Dillinger is going to be huge on the main roster when they finally bring him up. Which I have no clue if they ever will, because he's been down there forever.
We'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, true. We got plenty of time. But that being said, yeah, I'm gonna go with Eric Young, but not just because like Eric Young is going to win this with ease or anything like that. I think Sanity is going to have something to do with it.
It would not surprise me if Sanity did get involved.
And I don't think it'll be Nikki Cross that does it. I think it's going to be that big behemoth again.
Nah, Nikki Cross would be too focused on the match that we'll segue into in a sec.
Yeah. With that being said, who do you think's going to win it? I mean, like,
I'm going to go with Eric Young, but for a different reason, not because of Sanity.
Okay.
Because I think that this will probably be a way for Dillinger to just say goodbye to the whole thing.
Oh, with him just like completely losing it and just saying enough's enough, that he's gone.
Well, he's gone from NXT.
Huh. I mean, it's a possibility.
Like I said, we'll get into that when we get to our next pay-per-view.
Yeah, true. But that being said, let's go ahead and bring us some women.
Of course, I told you guys we would segue.
Yeah, we gotta.
So let's segue into the fatal four-way for the NXT Women's title.
Before we go ahead and segue into that, how's the chat looking?
We got a couple of people watching, but I think they just want to watch for right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you don't have to say anything. Enjoy the show. Alright, with that being said,
Yep, enjoy people getting their asses kicked right in front of you.
Exactly, we're just that good. That being said, female fatal four-way match.
Yes. With, of course, Nikki Cross, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, and of course your champion, Asuka.
So, I'm gonna say this, and honestly, I really don't care how many people hate me for this, but I hate Peyton Royce and I hate Billie Kay because I think they are disgusting.
Don't they have some kind of partnership going on, or?
They've got this weird, like, team partnership thing going on, but I'm not sure what it was originally for. And then
Was it like something with Emma and Dana Brooke or no?
I think so. And then it sort of culminated into something else. But now it's gotten weird. It's not like they're friends or that they're tag team partners or anything like that anymore. If you look really closely at how their relationship has turned, it doesn't look like they're just friends. It looks like they're actually like partners. Like those kind of partners.
Are we going to?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah. It looks exactly like that. It's weird, honestly.
well, I mean, it's possible.
I mean, I just, I wasn't expecting them to put that into a wrestling storyline, honestly. But, I mean, if it is, hey, whatever. But I just want to focus on, wrestling.
They could have something behind the scenes, but we don't know.
Yeah, true. I mean, hey, it's whatever. I mean, it's on them. But, that being said, and I know this is going to be weird, because I do really love Asuka. I have been a fan of her since before she got into NXT. But,
I think I know where you're going with this, and I don't like it.
Okay. Why's that?
Because it sounds like you're picking Nikki Cross.
I am. I am picking Nikki Cross. Because I feel that Sanity has made a huge mark, and because, like, earlier when I chose Eric Young, I also was thinking to myself, well, Nikki's not really going to give a crap about what's going on with that match. So I honestly think she's going to be so focused and so devastating. Because now, I mean, it's going to be a fatal 4-way, which means no disqualification. And I think the mentality of that level of competition is just going to be something that it's not one of those things where Nikki Cross will pin Asuka. I think it's going to be Nikki Cross pinning either Billie Kay or Peyton Royce.
So you see Asuka indirectly losing the title.
Yep.
It can happen.
It's a huge possibility, and I honestly believe that fatal 4-way mentality is going to cost Asuka. But that's...
She did want the match.
Yeah, she wanted all 4. She wanted a fatal 4-way, and that's exactly what's happened. So, I'm going Nikki Cross. That is my final prediction. What is yours?
I'm gonna stay true. I'm sticking with Asuka.
I mean, it could happen. Honestly, like I said, I really love Asuka. She's an incredible wrestler. I just honestly believe that no singles competitor can beat her. Well, this isn't a singles competition, so we'll see. We'll see tonight.
When was the last time she had multiple competitors going after her title at one time?
I think it was Nia Jax and oh god, who else? Oh crap, I don't remember honestly.
It's been that long.
She's been champion for a long time.
Almost a year. Well, not almost a year.
Well, and honestly, and I was thinking about this earlier, is the fact that if she does lose the championship, that means that they'll have a rivalry real quick, and then we'll move on to Asuka sooner or later getting into the main roster.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. SmackDown.
I wouldn't mind her going to SmackDown, especially with Mickie James being there, and with Mickie and Asuka having that match they had.
And besides, the way I see it on Raw, they just have too many women.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why they had Mickie James go to SmackDown, honestly. But that's just me. So yeah, with that being
And
said,
at least there, I believe Asuka will have a better chance of becoming champion
yeah, and
and actually
honestly,
keeping the title.
well, and I think one of the biggest issues is on Raw, you've got Charlotte who keeps like winning and losing the championship over and over again, trying to tie her father.
It, remember, I'm calling it the Hot Potato Championship from now on.
Oh yeah, exactly. The WWE Women's Hot Potato Championship.
Yep.
That being said, where are we off to next?
I believe we only have one more match.
One more match. Is Christian showing up?
I wish, but no. Our match for the NXT title: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode.
I have. This is like the weirdest feud because nothing really has happened besides their little confrontations and them talking.
That's why I don't think it's an actual feud. It's just Bobby Roode, you know,
Being Bobby Roode.
yeah, and earning his title shot.
Yeah, because I mean, he did actually win a title shot. I mean, he didn't just beat up the champion and say, "Oh, it's mine."
Like Samoa Joe did.
Yeah, like Samoa Joe did. With that being said, honestly, and I know I'm gonna get vilified for this, but because I love Shinsuke, excuse me, but I'm going Bobby Roode.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah, it is because, like I said, I really like Shinsuke. But honestly, and I know that this is gonna sound kind of odd, but I wouldn't mind Shinsuke losing, so Bobby can be champion and Shinsuke can be moved up to the main roster.
See, that's the thing, though. I know Nakamura's age. He's in his prime right now.
hmm
But to see him move up, I don't know.
I see it happening sooner rather than later, mainly because of the fact that Nakamura is an A plus star, and
True.
you don't want to have someone like that down in NXT for too long.
It's true. It's just that if Nakamura leaves and Joe leaves, who does that leave Bobby Roode with?
Um, Eric Young.
Well, they can't. I mean, they had history before. Why not continue it?
Exactly. Plus there's other stars that have been working their way up and getting to the point that they can actually do something. Like who knows? Maybe Ty Dillinger wins tonight, and then he goes in, and then Ty Dillinger and Bobby Roode renew their rivalry.
This could happen.
So I mean, there's a lot of opportunities tonight,
Okay.
but there's a lot more opportunities tomorrow night at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view.
Oh yes, we're gonna have fun with that.
We are, because, and you know, honestly, I would love to just straight up skip over all the other matches and just do the Rumble, because honestly, I don't care about any of the others. I really don't.
Well, we have to care about the pre-show match.
Alright, go
It's for
ahead.
the tag team titles.
Yeah, but it's the pre-show. Ugh.
Well, who cares? Okay, we're gonna like it. Oh, and honestly, I actually choose Bobby Roode as well.
Alrighty.
I think it's just time for Bobby Roode to become champion.
Yeah.
We'll
Alright.
give Nakamura one more chance, and if he loses, main roster. Move him up.
Yep, main roster. But what main roster, though? Raw or SmackDown?
That's a good question.
I honestly see Raw.
He could go to Raw.
I see Raw because of one reason. Finn Balor. I know, it's like, wait, what? What does Finn Balor have to do with this? Because who wouldn't want to see that rematch happen?
It would be a good match.
Exactly. That's main event WrestleMania quality.
And I believe we just went all the way back to New Japan when we referenced this.
Oh yeah, we did.
But then again, if we do go back to New Japan, I guess was Nakamura still in Chaos when AJ was in Bullet Club or no?
I believe so. Yeah.
Of course, they had no. Well, no, they did have one match.
Yeah.
Which AJ lost, but yeah.
That being said, it is time for the Royal Rumble match event pay-per-view. Dun 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 dun.
Yes, the Royal Rumble. The pay-per-view we should actually care about this time.
I know, right? Because there's been so many pay-per-views that we were like, really, really.
We don't care. We don't care. Let's
Give,
just get this over with.
give me the Elimination Chamber. Oh wait, hold on. You didn't hear nothing? Don't worry about it.
Bro, come on.
Oh come on! You know how freaking excited I am for that.
This is true.
But before we move into the Royal Rumble, how's the chat looking?
Oh, we have a couple of people.
Got a couple peeps? What's the peeps saying?
Well, believe it or not, Hellfire said hello.
Hola! Welcome to the chat.
And TJ Henderson saying he hates autocorrect.
Who doesn't hate autocorrect? Oh. Alright, so let's move on to the Royal Rumble. The road to WrestleMania.
And of course, we have to start with a couple of pre-show matches because we have to.
Do we have to? Really?
Yes, sadly.
Oh, alright. Go ahead.
Right. And sadly, there's 3 of them.
Oh dear God, no. Oh boy. Alright, so which one are we starting with?
Wait a minute, apparently there's 2 of me?
Yeah.
Bro, do an audio check real quickly.
Audio check.
Do I have an echo or no?
I don't hear an echo. So what's the first match of the Royal Rumble pre-show?
It Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
Oh dear God, no.
And this whole rivalry is stupid.
It really is. I don't understand the point of it, honestly. Sasha Banks got injured. Nia Jax took advantage, attacked her. Sasha Banks was gonna get cleared. Nia Jax attacked. Nia Jax is like, oh my god, this is so stupid.
Sasha Banks then attacks her.
Yeah, Sasha Banks then attacks her. Match happens. Sasha Banks loses because, reasons.
Yep, reasons.
Alright, so what's the next match?
And sadly, it's going to be another women's match, but it's a 6-woman tag team match.
Oh, so it's pointless, and we should just straight up skip over it to the tag team, right?
Yeah, we can skip this because we don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. Leave a message in the chat if you actually care, because, if you care, what's wrong with you?
Then the third pre-show match is the one I actually give two craps about.
Alright.
Because it's for the Raw Tag Team titles.
Okay.
Cesaro and Sheamus versus The Club.
Okay, so, I know you were not the biggest fan of Sheamus and Cesaro tag teaming.
I got no problems with them.
Well, I knew that you weren't a huge fan before.
This is true.
But honestly, and I was sort of the same way. I was kind of like, I don't know. They don't seem like they'd be a good team. I think Cesaro should have had a singles championship, blah, blah, blah. But then they've sort of grown on me. Like fungus, if you will.
Oh. TJ is Crash.
Oh, welcome, Crash.
I didn't know his name was TJ.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting him to actually be under the name of TJ, but yeah.
Me neither.
Okay, so that being said, I was not a big fan before, but it, like I said, kind of grew on me like fungus.
I mean, they've gelled really well.
Yeah, they really did, and
There's less fighting.
yeah, they've actually gotten better as a team, and I like how as soon as they go into the match with their entrances, they sort of time it together, and it meshes properly. That being said, though, it's I really wish you would stop calling them the Club. I don't care what WWE calls them; they're the Bullet Club, and you know it.
The Club, the Bullet Club.
What's the difference? A bullet.
Okay, fine. The Bullet Club.
Yeah, the Bullet Club. There you go. See, everyone is back to normal. That being said, I'm going to immediately say the Bullet Club because I am so sick and tired of the fact that the Bullet Club is not champions when they should have been when the last title match happened. When the referee actually disqualified Sheamus, which means that they didn't win the championship.
They deserved the titles.
They should have won that, and I still count as them winning that match, honestly. Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, it was just by disqualification, blah, 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 but...
This is why there's supposed to be two referees.
Yeah.
And honestly, I want the Bullet Club to be champions as well, but I've had this conversation before, and I'm going to share it with you. There's a reason why they're doing two refs. See, my prediction is that one of the refs is gonna see one tag, the other ref will see the other tag, and both of them are gonna count to a 3 count, and they're both gonna argue about who actually won the match.
It's a possibility, honestly. Also, for those that are kind of curious on why every once in a while I cough a little bit, um, I had to put in a temporary filling in one of my teeth, so it's bothering me and it's bothering my throat a lot, and so excuse me if I do every once in a while.
Oh, so that's what happened at the dentist appointment. Succeed, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm also gonna get this tooth removed whenever I go to the surgeon. So, but until then, I have to sort of suffer.
Oh well.
hmm But oh well. Like I said, Bullet Club.
Bullet Club it is. At least it should be.
It should be. They deserve it.
Will it happen? Probably not.
Find out tonight on the pre-show.
Tomorrow.
I know. I really wish it was tonight, though.
Jesus,
I
bro.
really do. Come on. It's the Rumble event. I love the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite pay-per-view.
Same here, because anything can happen during the Rumble.
Exactly.
Anyone can
Like
debut during the Rumble.
last year. Last year with last year's Royal Rumble and AJ Styles debuting.
That was awesome.
Who the hell expected that? Honestly, I didn't.
Besides the whole rumor mill and shit. Like,
Yeah,
no
but
one
I mean,
expected it.
yeah, the rumors all the time. So meh. But yeah,
You should hit a rumor that's going on right now about Finn Balor debuting. I mean, coming back.
mm,
As
what?
much as I would like that to happen, but I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out when it happens. So now we can actually go into the main pay-per-view. What is
Sadly,
What's the first match? Don't you give me no sadlies. What's the first match?
let's go for the Cruiserweight title.
That's the first
Which-
match?
Believe it or not, they're all title matches.
Holy crap.
Yeah, minus the Royal Rumble itself, every single match is a title match.
That's insane. Wow, it's actually really cool.
It is.
They got enough titles.
So, we're going with Rich Swann versus Neville.
Okay, so
Actually, before we get into any discussion, I want to know something.
okay.
What do you think of Neville's heel turn as of right now?
Alright, so I was actually about to bring that up. I like his heel turn. I love his aggression. I love how ruthless it seems to be. And I love this new gimmick of King of the Cruiserweights. The only thing that I wasn't a fan with it was like his pure hatred recently of the United States. I understand that they've been doing that with a lot of people, like Rusev, for instance, and Jinder Mahal and all this other stuff, but I don't think it was necessary for him to have that. I think it was more or less necessary for him to just be, I'm the king of the cruiserweights, I'm gonna beat your ass, blah blah blah, ruthless aggression, stuff like that. I don't think they really needed to implement that other part of it. That's how I feel about the situation, though. What about yourself?
I've actually enjoyed it, really. Because, I mean, for all this time, he's been a face. We never actually, saw this aggressive side to him. He's always been, conservative.
Yeah, like I said,
And besides, when he was a face, he had literally no direction.
Yeah, exactly. He had no direction. I do like I said, I like his heel turn. It's not that I don't. It's just I don't think they needed to give that. Oh, I'm from England. I hate Americans. You really didn't need that. I mean, you had everything else you needed there, and then you had all of that going and stirring, and it was great. I'm the king of the cruiserweights. I'm gonna beat all the cruiserweights. Blah blah blah. I just didn't think you needed to add in that extra. Especially when you got Rusev doing that, and you've got Jinder Mahal, and you got all these other people doing that already. But that's just me. That's neither here nor there.
I think it's something creative did, so we have to give hate to creative.
Yeah, true. That being said, I do like Rich Swann, honestly. I think he is a great performer, great entertainer. He's not a bad wrestler, honestly. Um, I've liked his whole story. I like his gimmick. That being said, though, it's not going to be enough. It's not. Neville came back very strong. This heel turn has put him into a whole new gear and has motivated him directly into a Cruiserweight Championship match. I'm going Neville.
I can see Neville winning. I can also see Rich Swann winning. And keeping us tight.
It's a toss-up, honestly. Because I could also see them having Rich Swann win it, and then having the feud continue into the next pay-per-view. Or even all the way up until WrestleMania, so.
That's a long time, though.
Yeah, but, it's quite the possibility because of 205 Live.
This is true.
If they decided just to keep that feud on 205 Live, it wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly.
True. For the sake of our argument, I'll say Rich Swann.
Alrighty. Sticking with Neville.
Alright then. Next up, for the Raw Women's title, Charlotte versus Bayley.
I'm tired of the Raw Women's Hot Potato Championship being placed onto Charlotte all the time.
Same here.
I'm tired of what they're doing with this whole... Because I know exactly what they're trying to do. Let's continuously put the championship on her. Oh, we're going to make her lose it again. You know what? Let's put the championship back on her. Why? Because she is Ric Flair 2.0.
Pretty much.
So, with that being said, I love Bayley. I love her work. And it's funny too because as much as she's just a main entertainer and a performer, she's my hatred with Cena and my hatred for Roman Reigns and how they're so goody two shoes, can't wrestle, but are entertainers. Bayley has this infectious attitude that isn't just entertaining. It's I want to be a wrestler. I don't want to just entertain people. I want to be there. Whereas Cena and Roman are I'm the best wrestler, I'm the best entertainer, love me or else. Rah 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 rah.
Sadly, we're gonna get into both of those guys.
Dear God, no. Let me go barf real quick. I'm on Bayley because I love Bayley and Bayley is love.
I want Bayley too, but...
Oh, dear God, no you don't. Don't you dare. Come on. The frickin' streak of pay-per-views have gotta end.
Fine. I'll cast my prediction for Bayley to end Charlotte's reign.
Yes, this frickin' unbeatable pay-per-view streak. That's so stupid.
Besides, it needs to happen.
What is she, the Undertaker? I win at every pay-per-view. I suck at regular shows, though. What? She's like a one-hit wonder.
Yep.
With that being said, where are we moving to next?
You should go ahead and go barf now.
Oh, dear God, no.
Especially when the people you hate are back to back.
Oh, dear God, no.
So it all depends. Which one do you hate less?
The Royal Rumble match?
Sadly, this is prediction show. We had to hit both.
Damn it. Alright, so, go ahead.
Let's go with KO versus Roman Reigns.
Oh, God. Yeah, but there's a stipulation that makes it even worse.
Chris Jericho's gonna be in a shark cage.
Oh, dear God, no. Oh, God,
as long
great.
as Jericho doesn't, piss in his tights, the ring should be decent enough.
Oh, man. So people know my hatred for Roman Reigns?
It's been noted a lot of times.
Yes. And, the fact that he's John Cena 2.0, and he's a garbage wrestler. He couldn't wrestle his way out of a paper bag. And he only got where he was because of The Rock.
Pretty much.
So with that being said, Kevin Owens is winning. The end. Chris Jericho is going to sit up there and cheer afterwards. And we're going to move on to the next match, where I can barf again.
I'm going to say Kevin Owens as well, only because I want to see the matchup between him and Finn Balor for the title. Because it will happen.
It'll happen, but will it be Kevin Owens with the championship?
Too much foreshadowing. Let's go into the next match.
Dear God, no. Do we have to? Can't we just skip it?
Trust me, as much as I would like to, we can't.
Alright, fine. Wait,
AJ Styles versus John Cena.
Wait, is there no, Alexa Bliss match today?
That was a pre-show match.
No,
she's in the 6-woman tag match in the pre-show.
That just seems so stupid. I mean, I was kind of expecting her to defend her championship, but oh well.
Let me put it to you this way. They put her, Mickie James, and Natalya versus Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, and Naomi.
That just seems so stupid.
Now you see why we skipped it, people.
Alrighty. Now, AJ Styles versus John Cena. So, people know my hatred for John Cena. I hate him with a fiery passion because he's a horrible wrestler. He's a liar. He's a scumbag. He's not a good entertainer. He only has 5 moves and they all suck horribly. And he's facing AJ Styles, and AJ Styles has already #beat up John Cena on a numerous of occasions. So,
and we've enjoyed it.
Oh, we have. It's been the best. And it's funny, too, because, like, I'm the heel commentator here, and you're the face commentator. But there's always one thing that we'll always agree on. Roman Reigns and John Cena suck, and AJ Styles is the best.
Yes.
End of story. So,
even though AJ's a heel right now, I still am a fan of his.
Who isn't really? Honestly, he's such a big heel, but he doesn't get booed. He gets cheered. Nope. Hell, Cena, who is supposed to be the face, comes out, gets booed, and says, "John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks."
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
I mean, obviously. And the only people that actually say, "Let's go, Cena," are little bitty kids, and their opinions don't matter.
Ouch. Savage.
It is. It really is. But, oh well, crap happens.
And then the story with Roman Reigns, booed internationally everywhere.
Yes! Not even like Roman Reigns fans like Roman Reigns.
His music hits, and all of a sudden it's a sea of
Well,
booze.
you know what's worse about it? Is that if a Shield reunion ever happened, and all three of them were back together, they would get booed, not because they're heels, but because Roman Reigns is there. And we've been so used to using, Roman's been using the Shield's theme song. So when the Shield's theme song hits, it's just gonna be boo. Hey, look, Seth Rollins is there.
Oh, by the way, Crash said don't diss the Undertaker.
I didn't diss the Undertaker. Although he is old and honestly shouldn't wrestle anymore, but that's besides the point. So that being said,
hot wife at least.
True. That being said, AJ Styles, because
Indeed, AJ Styles.
because, and here's my reasoning for it. I do not want Cena to win. I mean, it's not just that I have a fiery passion against him and wish he would never wrestle again. It's more or less the fact that I don't want him to tie Ric Flair's championship reigns.
It should not be tied.
It should never be tied. And I've seen it all the time. It's like, oh, we should totally let him tie the thing. It'd be such a huge honor. Ric Flair would be okay with it. But the rest of the world wouldn't be okay with it.
No.
It would be horrible.
I
It would be so disrespectful. But that's me. And honestly, AJ Styles is winning. Let's move on. Come on.
So,
Come on. Say it.
it's time for the 2017 Royal Rumble match.
Woo! 30th anniversary! Woo! Gotta love the Royal Rumble pay-per-view match. Woo!
Because of such unpredictability.
Exactly. And this is why we decided to do a live stream and why we decided to do this prediction show for it. Because, I mean, hello, unpredictability. We're a prediction show. We gotta bring our predictions to the show. Haha! Yes! Alright, so, that being said, we have no frickin' clue when people are going to show up in this event at all. Like, literally.
The only thing that we know of
Are people, or some people that are in it.
22 people, basically.
Yep.
And that's all because they themselves declared it.
Yeah, that they were going to be in it. But the only problem with that situation is that we don't know when they will be in it. Of the 30 entrants, so. And plus, that leaves 8 total people that we don't know who's gonna be. And it's great because, like, legends could return, new up-and-comings could finally debut.
We'll get into that in a second, and we're gonna have fun with that.
Oh, we are too. It's gonna be great. Alright, I want you to go ahead and start this entire conversation off because this is huge.
Okay, my number one person I think will be there, making his debut, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. For those that don't watch NXT, Samoa Joe lost the championship again because, yes, twice, former 2-time NXT champion, lost the championship to Shinsuke Nakamura, which we've already discussed that whole thing earlier. Honestly, I believe that Joe will. I think it's going to be an early entry.
Reason why I think that as well. I mean, if he was still going to be in NXT, they would have at least given him some type of match for Takeover.
Yeah, because he hasn't even really shown up in a while, so.
I would figure ever since he lost his title, he has not shown up. I don't think he's been on a NXT show.
He hasn't been.
So, I mean, why not just bump him up?
I honestly think, if you're going to do it, this is the time.
They did it with AJ Styles. Let's do it for Joe.
Yeah. Um, my prediction for this is kind of interesting, honestly. Because we know that Braun Strowman's going to be in it. The Undertaker's going to be in it. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
And mind you, this is going to be like the weirdest prediction you've ever heard. But I think all four of those are going to be back-to-back. All four back-to-back entrants.
Wow.
So Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Undertaker. Maybe not in that order, but just imagine having all of them in there at the same time and making sure that they're all in there at the same time.
Basically the Giants.
Yep. All the Giants getting there at the same time. It's perfect. And plus, I mean, it's a marquee moment.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, and this is where I think it's going to get really interesting, is not only will all four have a back-to-back moment, they're going to be the only four in the ring at that point.
That would be interesting.
But, again, my prediction, that's how I see it happening. Other than that, though, besides Joe getting bumped up, I'm going to go back even further to tonight's pay-per-view of Takeover San Antonio.
Please do.
Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, is going to debut in the Royal Rumble match.
I can see it happening.
He's been down there for a long time, and I honestly believe that this is the time to get him to somewhere new. Remold him a little bit. Don't screw him up, creative. But that's...
Yes, creative, we're calling you out.
Yes, we're calling you out. Cash me outside.
So, I'm gonna go ahead with another prediction on this.
Uh-oh.
And it's been widely rumored.
Okay, go ahead.
But I'm going to go ahead and say that Finn Balor does not return here.
Which is funny, too, because the number 29 in the game was Finn Balor.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like perfect timing. I don't know if you timed that just perfectly, but that was perfect. As for Finn Balor, I'm gonna disagree. I honestly think he's going to. I think he's gonna return in the Royal Rumble match.
And if he does, I'd be a big fan of it.
Yeah.
If he wins the whole thing, I'm pretty sure he will. You know, it'll be awesome. Crowd will go nuts.
And you know, I was thinking to myself the other day when Seth Rollins got knocked out of the ability to get into the Royal Rumble. Because, like, beforehand, I was like, you know, Seth Rollins could get into there, and all of a sudden, 3, 2, 1, Triple H's music hits.
See, that would have been awesome.
It would have been perfect.
He would finally get his payback.
It would have been perfect and a great way to set up Seth Rollins versus Triple H at WrestleMania.
Although I still think that match is still gonna happen at WrestleMania.
I think so also, but
it should.
There hasn't been enough build up for it, honestly. I mean,
it was only last Raw that they actually faked Triple H coming. Yeah.
So honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I think Finn Balor will probably show up. But it sort of knocked out my whole plans for Triple H and Seth Rollins because of Sami Zayn.
Yep.
But But I do think that around the time that Braun Strowman comes out will be also the time that Sami Zayn gets in.
You see them continuing their little rivalry.
Yeah, mainly because of the fact that they still are in it technically. They've still had issues with each other, so.
So, do you have another? You have another prediction for us, bro?
Um, funny enough, and I know that I haven't really been vocal on social media about this at all, but I don't think that people seem to understand that. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, all those people are there now um, for the Royal Rumble, but I don't think any of them are going to win it. I really don't. Which is funny too because I've heard a lot of rumors recently, like they're gonna have Undertaker win, and then also have Cena win, and then let those two face at WrestleMania for the title because that seems like a good idea. Not
Why would?
because a lot of people have been wanting to see Cena versus Taker at WrestleMania.
But no.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
it doesn't make sense.
I don't know, honestly. Um, but yeah, I don't think that any of them are gonna win the match. As for people who can win it, oof, I don't know, honestly. Who do you think could win it?
Who do I honestly think will win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
See, I don't know because of those other 8 people.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest problems with the Royal Rumble match is that, like, if you're doing a prediction show on it, you don't know who the other people are going to be, so you can't really factor them in, and the people that are going to be in it, you're sort of like, well, someone like Rusev isn't going to win, obviously, or Jinder Mahal, or Kalisto, so.
Which, strangely, those last 2 names you just said, there's no mention of them actually declaring, so.
Which
they
honestly,
they both could be one of those people that.
Yeah, they definitely could be because of we know that Rusev's going to be in there.
Rusev already declared.
Yeah, and Rusev and Jinder have been sort of teaming up recently, so.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's very weird and it makes no sense. But yeah, I'm not sure, honestly.
Here's the way I see it. If, and I mean big if.
Yeah.
If Finn Balor does come back at the Rumble, I would pick him to actually win it.
Really? No.
Reason why? He never lost the title. That would set him up for a WrestleMania moment of him winning back the title.
Yeah.
That he never lost.
True. I'm gonna take it one step further, and I know this is gonna be like, oh, you're full of crap. You can't say that. Blah blah blah. But not only do I think that your original prediction of Samoa Joe is going to be true, and he's going to debut on the main roster, I think he's going to win the Royal Rumble.
That could set up him winning it, and then maybe debuting on SmackDown.
Yep.
And since WrestleMania will be a combined show with both brands, restart the whole Samoa Joe AJ Styles thing from TNA.
Exactly. And honestly, I think that's a great idea. So yeah, I'm going, and like I said, it's interesting, but I am going Samoa Joe to win the Royal Rumble.
And I will go with Finn Balor if, I mean, if he shows up.
Yeah, I mean, both of our predictions require an if.
Chris says his mama could win it.
That's great. I love it. So, we're going to leave it like this. Who do you all think is going to win the Royal Rumble match?
And who do you think will actually show up?
Yeah, what legends, up and coming stars, uh, people like AJ Styles that just showed up out of frickin' nowhere because he wasn't a part of NXT when that happened. Let us know in the comments section. Or right now in the chat real quick before we, say au revoir, and we'll see you all Monday for another episode of Xenoverse 2. So, with that being said, thank you for joining us. Thank you for chatting with us. I know there's been some requests on Twitter of when we will have a webcam. It's going to happen, just not until the official move to Japan happens and we get the studio set up. So, that's some huge news right there. Xenoverse 2 is slowly going to start winding down to a close because we're at episode 21, I believe, and there's 35 total recorded. Little behind the scenes information right there for you. Which means right after that, we're going to have Pokemon Platinum's Nuzlocke, and it's going to be great because I've never played Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. So I'm sort of going in there blind, if you will. So that being said, again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Peace out.